Hello. Hey. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Cassandra Brand, aka MsAlexis. And we're going to do something different on this channel. We're going to get in the purpose of this channel. That's why it's called Purpose Closure. And that's because I have written books. This is volume 1, How It Began. This is volume 2, The Purpose of My Closure. And this is volume 3. This is just getting in the heat of it, okay? The Purpose of My Closure, Open Doors to a Journey of Hell, volume 3. I also have a book called 10 Wrong Reasons to Get Married, excuse me. And I have one that is in process, Truth versus Deception, okay? It took me a while to get here because of my transitioning. I'm happy with my transitioning. Are you? Well, if you are or if you're not, it really don't matter because I'm happy with it, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to start off reading and I'm going to go through it with you, okay? Because I sit there and sometimes I'll be like, what I'm going to do with YouTube channel on. I know what my purpose in the beginning was. It was to share my books and promote my books and things like that. So I have watched several YouTubers and a lot of them, only thing they doing is reading content. So why not read my own book instead of reading and gossip about everybody else's life? I want to share my life, not to make it about me, but to bring value because you never know what people are going through and you're not alone. You're not alone. Now, my book starts from childhood. It talks about from where I was raised, where I was born, at the beginning of my journey. I'm now 57, and this is starting from the beginning. Okay, how it began. Now, if you want to get some of these volumes, you know, if you're interested, I can send you in a PDF file or you can find it on Amazon. Okay, I try to wait until every T was crossed and every I was dotted, but God has given me the green light and I have to be obedient. I feel this urgency to share this. You will find the links down below. So there's going to be a lengthy video and we're going to do chapter by chapter. The chapters are very short. There's no more than like 185, less than 200 pages. I put it that way. Okay. So on the back, this book is about the childhood of Cassandra Brand, aka MsAlexis, the era of the original Buffalo Chicken Wings founders. She became one of the most popular Black adult entertainers in the industry on the East Coast. She shares how it began in Buffalo, New York, growing up in a middle-class Black neighborhood. By the time she was 10 years old, she had already been introduced to sex, money, and drugs, a mother of 2 children by a man 20 years older, who taught her how to look like a woman, think like a man, work like a dog, and screw like a whore. She made this myth the foundation of her life, but it never completed her. It only deceived her and stole her childhood and dreams. But she was blessed with a gift that drove her with a new purpose in life. It became a very long journey because she had no closure. Find out why and how it began. That is the introductory, okay? Now, that's me. And on the front of the cover, okay, a lot of people say, is that you? No, I just chose it because if you see the young lady, she's in a desert and she's running from, but she's still running to, and the desert. So I really want to be detailed while I'm doing this book reading. And I pray that it brings value to you. And if it doesn't, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Or maybe someone you know that has experienced it or experienced it, please like and share and comment below. All right, whatever you feel like you're getting out of it. Now, and yes, I'm a Mary Kay beauty consultant. I have completely changed my course. And I've been doing Mary Kay for years. I do paparazzi, Mary Kay, and as you know, I take care of Dad. And I do that for cash flow, and I do it because it's something that I enjoy doing, you know. Also down below, you will find Faith Monet, a link. She's her label. She does styling as well, and Lovie does hair. So in my family, it's health and beauty. That's our niches, okay? Now, as I was about to say, on my page on the YouTube channel, it's the same thing that's in my book. And that just goes to show in the beginning that was the purpose of my YouTube channel. So you might be familiar with this, okay? This book is not just for Christians. This book is for the young lady laying on her back right now. This book is for the wannabe pimp who think he has it going on. This book is for the dope pushers who have poisoned our communities. This book is for the ministers who have seduced our purity. This book is for the corporate man and woman who thinks no one knows or understands your fetish secrets. This book is for the pervert next door, the tricks, johns, and sugar daddies, the females and males who has identity gender issues, freaks to be freaked, and freaked to be freaks. You ask, what is a freak? Am I in this book? If you weren't, you wouldn't have read this far. This book is for the rich, poor, saved, unsaved, and backsliders. This book is for the users, accusers, mentally, emotionally, and physical abusers. This book is for my children who, mother, that's I, was a stripper, professional escort, adult model, and filmmaker. Held a madam status with over 40 girls working for her, a dominatrix, drug trafficker, alcoholic, coke snorting, paper shifting, controlling, mind manipulating diva, who prayed and paid tithes and continued to serve God through it all. I suffered being the other woman with or without having knowledge of it. My children should thank God for keeping me covered and to provide food on the table, clothes on their back. Only through the grace of God placed them in a position for them to become successful today. I've been the fool and been the one to fool. However you choose to classify yourself, you will find yourself in this book, and everyone who was lost now can be found. This book is to bring new life to a diverse of all people. Now, on my first book, I wrote from my heart, and I also wrote from the eyes of a child. And I wrote what I saw, and I wrote how I wanted people to see what I saw. So when you listen to it, it's my truth, okay? It's my truth. The young ladies laying on their back, there's still young ladies laying on their back right now. Who has pimps? There's sugar daddies that use them up until they get too old for them and then they find a new one. Or they get bored and too complacent. Or the young ladies get too dependent on them. The tricks next door, you have some young ladies that be tricking with their neighbors and they married with family. Oh yeah, this is a dirty life. And you don't want to be a part of it. And there is a way out. God always gives us a way of escape, but you gotta want to. You'd be like, well, how am I gonna take care of my kids? How am I pay my bills? Well, the same answer to that question is how you gonna do it if this lifestyle or this convenience start whittling away. Because the system is not set up to help you. It's set up to keep you in bondage. Okay? And so many people in my life that I thought was being a blessing, but actually taught me some lessons. And I'm grateful. I really am. Are guys still pimping? Yes, they still pimping. They just do it more online than they do it in the streets now. They went from the streets to the strip clubs. From the strip clubs to online. Are women still doing that with the pandemic? Yes, they still doing it. What else they gonna do? They're not trying to transform or make a transformation, because that's too much work. It's just easy to lay on your back. But you can transform. You just gotta want to. Oh yes, proof in the pudding. Now this is not something I just wrote. This was written in 2013. We are in 2022. We just hearing about these pastors sleeping with men, sleeping with women. You're just not hearing this. That's why I know God led me to write this book. And I'm going to show you. But before I do that, I want to share the special dedication on this volume to my mother, the backbone of our family, and prayer warrior over our souls. But what inspired me with this book is this. Greetings to all that have taken the interest to hear what I have to say. God has anointed me to write this book. I have been commissioned by God to share everything and hold nothing back. I must keep it real and raw to expose the works of the devil, underground operation, and his kingdom of darkness. My purpose is to inform and inspire you of God's faithfulness and love through it all. This book of closure is about many doors in my life that has been open, revolving, cracked, and slammed shut. I will begin telling you about with my childhood, becoming a teenager, growing into my womanhood, developing as a responsible adult. I never understood why it took me so long to complete this book. God has given me a revelation. It's because I had no closure in my life. There were so many doors that have remained open and even inherited as generational curses. I never understood why I was living the lifestyle I was living, knowing of the anointing and calling on my life I carried as a child, or why I was living the total opposite of what God has planned for me. I walked in total disobedience for decades. I was compelled to write this book while driving up I-85 northbound to Charlotte, North Carolina, July 31st, 2008. I didn't publish this book until 2013. Approximately 10:30 p.m., I heard the Spirit of the Lord say, to me, now it's time to write your book and to name it Closure. I looked in the rear mirror to see if someone was in the back seat. Then I looked in the passenger seat because I felt a peaceful presence. I couldn't wait to get home, and I immediately sat at my computer and began to type this. See, a lot of people don't believe that God talks to you, but he does. And when he speaks to you, you will know. It's like a soft, peaceful voice within. And it's so real, I had to look around and make sure nobody was in the car with me. And I've always had a relationship with God. Even while I was down there with my legs like this, hanging from the chandelier. Okay? I always heard the voice of God. That's why I say, I was just walking in disobedience. He used to show me visions when I was young, a little girl. And we're going to get into that because I'm so full and I got so many things I really want to share with you. But I want to do it in increments to let it digest. To let it digest. That was an introductory. That was a dedication. And tomorrow, we're going to do the first chapter, which is family history. Okay? Family history. It is like 4 pages long. Okay? So it's not going to be a very long video, but I just want to set the table and set the stage. Okay, I'm really looking forward. I really would like to do this live so that, my subscribers and my community can interact with me and ask questions. So I'm learning how to do it on a better level, more professional level. My daughter had bought me an Apple tablet. I don't know how to use it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying. I know the camera would be perfect. So right now I'm using my phone. Okay. And I just want to let y'all know that thank you for even being a part and sharing the community. And I'm really looking forward and helping make a difference in someone's life through this journey. So please comment below and subscribe, share and like. Join my Facebook, my Instagram. I just like that so we could communicate. You could share some things if you got things going on in your life, if you need someone to talk to. Okay, I am here for you. That's the purpose of my closure. So until then, y'all have a very blessed and productive day. Ciao.